So, Hinata. Why I like Hinata? She made dumb decisions like saying Naruto, I love you, even though apparently that's the most meant to be to protect him. But even though she could have done so many other things, and then she did stuff to Rock Lee and stuff like that, you know, crazy. But we ain't getting into that conversation about Sakura. We already said why I don't like Sakura. Why I like Hinata, especially in part one. Again, I only give you up until part one because part one is what I remember. I cannot remember part two. 500 episodes. I know I can skip filler, but like I still can try to finish and I did the Gara arc and it was just like okay, I don't know. It's a long journey. I don't know if I want to really go back to watch Naruto Part 2. But why I like Part 1 Hinata compared to Sakura. First of all, dang, they really gave her the trauma, the arc, everything that Sakura was supposed to have. It's not like she doesn't experience trauma as a ninja. Um, Literally, there's so less information to work off with Hinata compared to Sakura. But Hinata's introduced. She already shows that she is nice to Naruto. Naruto is supposed to be the odd one, the one everybody hates, but Hinata treats him well, which is like someone who is rooting for the underdog, regardless of him showing his abilities. So that's already giving her +1 because she's like, I like him regardless of X, Y, and Z. Girl just shows that she likes Naruto for Naruto, not because of his powers. Okay. There's a +1 for Hinata. +2. Um, when she's introduced. Okay, wait, hold on. Actually, -1 for the stalking. We will say that the stalking is a -1. But okay, another plus is that she respects boundaries, though. Like she doesn't ever try to force anything upon Naruto. Her love for Naruto is her love and not something that she has to force onto him, which is something I can respect because it's just like she will admire the person she likes, but she is not gonna force the feelings onto Naruto, which is something that is like compared to like Ino and Sakura is like, oh my goodness, like what is going on? Another point is that okay, she failed the assignment of cheating but in the first part of the tuning games where we really get to see Hinata, right? She's shown she's capable of knowing a lot. She's really smart. I don't know, she used Byakugan to cheat or something, but she's willing to help out Naruto, even though it could cause her to fail and whatnot. Again, showing empathy for the main character. And when she doesn't know how much he's grown or whatnot, she just knows that she likes Naruto, which low key is kind of crazy when you think about it, because she has no reason to root for Naruto at this point in time. Naruto has not shown a reason to root for him. Like in I know they like show in the last and whatnot, but we're not gonna even talk about the last and whatnot because that, as far as I'm aware, when you have part one, we only focus on part one, right? You won't know the backstory. It's like, oh, he was doing this for her, right? So you have that going on where she is just being very um encouraged. Like rather than have him to give up, she's like, oh, I'll help you out. I'll assist you in finding the information, right? Then she shows off her skills in the Force of Death, where she has the Byakugan, which is like, oh, she has an ability, which is pretty darn cool. Oh my goodness, she might not be strong, but she has a cool ability, and it's just like, for a battle shonen to a character to have a cool ability is pretty darn cool. I don't know about you, but that looks cool to me. Okay, so then you see the trauma in more ways than one, because her dream is tactical. For one, they show off their abilities where they notice that there is like leeches that could kill them, so they set up a trap for the one team to get their scroll. So they're smart, in which instead of going into a fight head on like Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura does, they set up traps in order to like um have the enemy like trapped and like just to get what they want. They're just more of a strategical thinking type of group, right? So, and they all show good collaboration, sportsmanship, getting together, along together and whatnot. I also just like the dynamic of that group where you have all of them just working together and showing off that they like each other for how they are. Like, for example, Hinata and Kiba have a dynamic where Kiba is willing to tease her. Shino is not feeling as left out as he is when he talks to everyone else. Like, they kind of respect him and whatnot. That's why I kind of like that group a lot. But her trauma, which is when the Neji versus Hinata fight, which is where she shines the most because this is where her story kind of comes to somewhat up close, is that um trauma is one when they were doing the Force of Death. uh they could tell that they well, want to run away and not go into a fight, like such as with the Garo stuff going on. They're like, oh no, nah, he gonna kill us. And so they're like, oh no, let's not mess with this man. So they had that going on. Two, with the Neji versus Hinata fight, um she knew she wasn't gonna win, but she still put up a fight. And it's not like she was overconfident. Like, it's not like she was putting on the fight because she was gonna prove that she's better than Neji. She just wanted to prove that she's not gonna give up because that's what Naruto taught her, which is something that I admire because Neji taught or Naruto taught her. She's like, I'm gonna show that I'm brave too, that I am worthy to be a ninja. So I think Hinata was just made better, even though she's not even a main character and you don't get so much screen time with her. And even if you take out the ship of her being with Naruto, it's just a good story about growth. That is like, oh, okay, this is Hinata, and she's a weak character. She can't fight, but she has good ambitions and is willing to put the effort to grow stronger. And you see in her backstory and stuff that she's always trying, like she's training and stuff, even though she's always failing. Like, they fail their missions all the time, but she still doesn't give up. And she loses the Neji fight, and it's crazy because you have Naruto be like, ah, believe it, Neji, I'ma defeat you in memory of Hinata. Believe it, Datebayo. And it's one of those things where he pulls his weight, and Hinata's like, always supporting Naruto. It's like, oh yeah, I believe you. I think you beat him. Um, and it's like, even if she's scared of his well being, like, she's not gonna tell Naruto to give up because that's his ninja way. She's gonna be worried about him. And even when notice that when she gave Naruto a medicine to heal, she also gave something to Kiba to heal, but Kiba just said, "I don't need it." So she cared about her comrade. It's just her comrade didn't want it. So it's just like, it's like there's not like she puts anyone over the other. Like, yeah, she likes Naruto, but she also will think about her comrades compared to Sakura, where it's just like, but Sasuke, but Sasuke-kun, but Sasuke, and it's just like, are you for real? So there's also the fact where Hinata, there isn't really anything to show with how she works with other female friends. What's up, villainous insane? Sasuke. Yes, you got it, exactly. And but she is just someone who gets along with everyone. She just treats you with the same respect that you treat her. It's just that's how it is at the end of it. It's like the way you treat her is the way she's gonna treat you. So I just think that's why Hinata just makes a better character than Sakura. And then they wrap it up in part one with just Naruto literally being honest, like, I used to think you're weird, but you're a pretty cool person, and I like you, but like not in the romantic sense. And it's just like, and she's like, Neji, we're gonna train together, like, and then that's it. That's it. Like her resolution was complete. Her story was shown, and something's gonna happen with her. That's literally what happens, and it was that's it. That's all that needed to be done, and like literally, you have a complete story with Hina in part one, compared to Sakura, where her story is just left at, oh, now I'm gonna start my training arc. See you in part two, and you'll see some results. And that's the biggest problem I have with Sakura. It's just like you had to wait a whole story, a whole part, in order to be like, now I might like you. And that's just like, oh no. Like you can't just be like, oh, like it's essentially like having a 24 episode arc, right? Meaning a character, episode one, and then you won't like the character until like 12 episode in, even though the whole series is only 24 episodes. It's like, wait, what? or is the show is 24 episodes, you meet the characters 12 episodes in, and then and the final episode is like, now you get screen time, and I have no idea why I'm supposed to like you. It's like, yeah, that's my biggest beef with Sakura, and which is why I like Hinata more. So yeah, what do you guys think in the comments down below? Are you team Sakura, team Hinata? Why you dislike Sakura? Why you dislike Hinata? Why you like Hinata? Why you like Sakura? Or if you're someone who likes someone else, like I know some people team Tamari, team some people might like 10-10, but low key, who remembers 10-10?